Okay, hello everyone. Guys, we're just going to quickly look at these two puzzle piece assignments for day 29. In the first one, we're just practicing the greatest common factors. Guys, the first one, if you look at it, 70, 30, and 70, the greatest common factor is 10. Then look at the x's. The smallest exponent on the x is 4. So I can take a 4 out of each one. So this is the greatest common factor right here. All right, so divide each of these by negative 10 x to the fourth. Negative 10 x to the fourth. Negative 10 x to the fourth. Divide each of those by negative 10 x to the fourth. What do we get? All right, this first one is going to be 7. There's 7 x's on top and 4 on the bottom, so that leaves us with 3 x's. Again, you subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. When you're dividing exponents, you subtract. All right, the next one against negative, so it's going to be a positive. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 5 x's on top, 4 on the bottom. 5 minus 4 leaves us with 1 on top. 70 divided by 10 is 7. 4 x's and 4 x's cancels out. It becomes 1. And that's the answer. All right, number 2. Okay, guys, there's a 2 here, but there's no 2 in the middle. I can't take a 2 out of all of these. I can't take a 2 out. All right, but I can take an x out because each one has, this has 1x, that has 1x, that has 5 of them. So I can take 1 out from each one, and I can take out 1 y. There's a y right there, 1 y. This has 3 y's, and this has 2 y's. So I can take out 1 from each. So if I divide each by x, y, just to see what I have left. All right, this top, we still have a 2. 5 x's, take away 1, leaves me with 4 x's. And the y's cancel out. All right, this is plus. The x's cancel out. X over x cancels out. 3 y's, take away 1, now I have 2 y's. All right, minus 2. The x's cancel out. There's 2 y's on top and 1 on the bottom. So now I have 1 left. All right, flip her over. Oops. All right, this is number 3. 30, 30, 10. I can take a 10 out of each one. They each have 1 n. This one has 3 of them, but this only has 1, and this only has 1 too. So I can take out 3. So I can take out 1. So 10n is our greatest common factor. So 10n is what I divide each one of these by. It's kind of like I'm backwards distributing. We're taking the 10n out of each one. So 30 divided by 10 is 3. 3 n's minus 1 is 2 n's. Minus, again, 30 divided by 10 is 3. The n's cancel out. But there's an m left. M right there. My plus. The 10's cancel out and become 1. The n's cancel out and become 1. So it's 1. All right. So I got my mark. This is from the hockey game last night. All right. Last one here. Guys, 45, 81, and 45. I can take 9 from each one of those. 9 is the greatest common factor between those 3 numbers. They each have 2 u's and each have 2 v's. Again, look at the smallest exponent on the variable v and the smallest exponent on the variable u. So each of these I take out 9, u squared, v squared. Again, 9 u squared, v squared. Take it out of each one. 45 divided by 9 is 5. 6 u's minus 2 leaves me with 4 u's. All right, 2 v's divided by 2 v's. The v's are gone. All right, that equals 1. Subtract. 81 divided by 9 is 9. The u's cancel out and the v's cancel out. There's 2 on top and bottom for both. And last one is also a 5. 45 divided by 9 is 5. The u's cancel out. This has 4 v's on top. So take away 2, leaves me with 4 v's, or 2 v's on top, like that. All right. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and go right to the next one. I think we got enough time. This is the difference of 2 squares. Again, guys, go ahead and factor it. There are 2 different factors because the signs are different, remember. The square root of 9a squared is 3a. Put that here and here. Recognize the difference between 2 squares is only 2 terms. It's a quadratic. Only 2 terms. The square root of 4 is 2. The signs are different. Doesn't matter which order you put them in. You can put the minus up here. Just look for the answer here, okay? The order here doesn't matter. This factor could be in front. All right, next one. Again, go straight for your answer. Square root of 9n to the 4th. 9n to the 4th. Now be careful, guys. That's 3n squared. All right, this is not a quadratic. This is a quartic. All right, the square root of 16 is 4, though. So again, this is 3n squared, and this is 4. And again, one's a plus and one's a minus. Be aware what the square root of that one is. Be aware. All right, take a look at the last 2. Again, it's the difference between 2 squares. And I'm telling you it is right there. I'm telling you it is. The square root of 4k or 16k to the 4th is 4k squared. All right, 25, the square root is 5. And remember, one's a plus and one's a minus. So that's all you have to do. Again, guys, 4k squared times 4k squared equals 16k to the 4th. All right, the last one has a degree of 6. You see that? Degree of 6. Well, the square root of 16 is 4. And the square root of n to the 6th is n to the 3rd. Just cut it in half. All right, so I multiply these 2 out, I get 16 n to the 6th. All right, the square root of 1 is 1. Again, one's a plus and one's a minus. That's all you have to do. All right, guys, that's it. I hope that helped you. Thanks.